I'm Nancy Showalter, and you're listening to Spirituality for the Politically Incorrect podcast. Welcome, all radical paradigm shifters and creative change makers. You who dare to create a better life and a better world. Tap into the power that resides within you and use that power for constructive change. Hello and welcome to today's episode. I'm so glad you're here with me today because we're diving into something that affects every one of us, whether we think we're goal setters or not. And that is the difference between setting short-term achievable goals and setting major soul-level goals that define the trajectory of our lives. Let me begin by taking you back to two moments that shaped my perspective throughout my life. The first one was when I was attending grade school, and when the teacher gave the class an assignment to write out and turn in 3 wishes if I could have anything at all, no limits. Well, I thought very long and hard to come up with the 3 things that were most important to me. And this one assignment turned out to actually set the sail for my life. I turned in my answers. All men know God, everyone has perfect health, and there is peace on earth. For me, this pretty much described what I later called living in a golden age on earth. When the teacher read some of the answers students turned in, I was shocked to hear the mundane answers about wanting a new bicycle or certain clothes, etc., etc. I thought surely they didn't understand the question. Then later, when I was in my 20s, full of spiritual passion and attending a personal development seminar, at one point the leader posed this question: what is the single most important goal you want to achieve in this life? Well, I took that question seriously too, just as I had the earlier assignment. I thought long and hard about what mattered most, and when it was my turn to answer, I said without hesitation, total spiritual enlightenment. I'll never forget the leader's response. He paused, then said something like, well, maybe you should set a goal that's a little more achievable. At the time, that response stunned me because I felt it was more achievable than the 3 wishes I had in grade school. In my mind, at least I had more control over this goal than one that involved the whole world. But over the years, I've come to realize that I wasn't wrong in either case. I just had a different lens. You see, we live in a world that celebrates immediate results, quick wins, 30-day transformations. And yes, those things have their place. But what about the long game? What about the deep soul goals that aren't achieved in a month or even in a decade, maybe not even in a lifetime? That moment in the seminar taught me something. There's a difference between setting goals that are realistic and time-bound and setting directional goals, goals that point your compass towards your highest self. You may never check them off in the traditional sense, but they guide everything you do. Let's call these 2 kinds of goals. 1, short-term targets, goals that produce tangible, measurable outcomes, lose 10 pounds, buy a horse, finish the book. And number 2, soul goals, aspirational, defining, and often lifelong. Awaken my full spiritual potential, live in alignment with divine purpose, be a vessel for God's light on earth, or total spiritual enlightenment. Soul goals don't expire, they evolve with you. And here's the irony, those unrealistic goals, they often become the fuel that helps you achieve the smaller practical goals too. When you're living with a big vision, the daily grind becomes sacred. Now, let's take it even deeper. From a spiritual perspective, every soul comes into this life with a divine blueprint, a purpose that spans many lifetimes. So when you feel a calling to set a massive, even otherworldly goal like enlightenment, don't dismiss it. Honor it. It may not be fully achieved in this one life, but it can define the quality of this life. The Ascended Masters didn't achieve their status by playing small. They lived big visions, and they lived them daily, moment by moment. And let me say this clearly. If your goal is total spiritual enlightenment, then you're already on the path. Because it's not about arriving at some mountaintop moment. It's about who you become as you walk the path. So here's a little exercise for you. List 3 short-term goals that are measurable and time-specific. These keep your momentum going. And then write down your soul-level goal, the one that sets your heart on fire, even if it feels unrealistic. Let it be big. Let it be bold. Let it be yours. Take your time and give it some quality time. Then ask yourself, how can I align my short-term actions with my long-term soul direction? When your short-term goals serve your soul goals, you're not just accomplishing things, you're evolving. So here's my encouragement to you today. Don't let the world's addiction to achievable goals rob you of your birthright to dream big. Let your soul speak. Let your higher self set the tone. Yes, set goals that pay the bills and build the life you want, but never forget to also set goals that build the you your soul came here to become. Remember, soul goals don't expire. They evolve with you. For instance, my life goal has evolved to ascending to permanent reunion with God at the end of this life, becoming an ascended master, no longer needing to reincarnate on the earth, and to be of much greater service to God and the world from the higher realms. Thanks for joining me today. And if this episode sparked something in you, I'd love to hear about your soul goals you're setting. Reach out, share your vision, and keep walking that sacred path. Until next time, dream bigger than what's achievable, because with God, with faith, and with your soul leading the way, all things are possible. Thank you for being with me today, and if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, download, and comment. I'd love to hear from you, and your support is much appreciated. And don't forget to go to theawakeningnow.com for free bonuses and information on my new book, You Were Born to Be a Christ, but You Were Taught You Are a Sinner. Awaken to who you really are. See you next week.